Walk me through that cup run.
Well, it's that team. I think the NHL.com did a segment of top 20 teams of all time. I think we fell in 8th, 9th, 10th. Yeah, like you said, those names that you mentioned. I'm the last man on the D-man list, but we are our third line. Ladd, Versteeg, and Boland could have been anybody's top line. Our depth was, but we didn't win because of that. It was we came together as a group. It was the tightest knit team that I've ever been a part of. Pro 18 years. That was the one team where we cared about each other more than anywhere else, any other team that I've been a part of.
Do you have any examples that come to mind to kind of paint that picture for anybody listening? Like what makes a team that tight and that connected?
Well, you go through ups and downs. Like, for us, we started exhibition in Switzerland. So I think we had 2 games in Switzerland, opened the season in Finland against Florida, and came back. We'd do dinners together. There was times where we weren't playing well, and people had personal things going on in the team, but we were all there for each other. You can tell when somebody wants a point night or somebody cares about winning, taking that extra hit. So you look at a lot of teams nowadays, who wants the fancy goal, who wants my name. I always say playing for the name on the back and not the name in the front. And that was probably the one year where it was probably the biggest and most evident that we all played for the name on the front, not the name on the back.
I heard a story recently from a very reliable source. I don't know if there's any truth to this. Any truth that Patty Kane was dicing up Taylor Swift?
Oh, they did have some conversations. Yes, I don't know how far. I think they dated for a short period of time.
Well, the story that I heard was actually from Denny Savard's mouth.
You're revealing my source.
Yeah. Well, it's from Denny talking about how Denny had this rule was like all the boys on the bus, and then they called Denny, and he's like, okay, now I'll get on the bus. And then he's about to get on the bus, and he still sees Kaner over on the side, and he's chatting up these 2 blondes. And so he yells at him, says a few choice words, says, get on the bus. And then he talks to him after, and he's like, hey, coach, just so you know, that girl I was talking to was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Never heard of her.
First off, I didn't know who Taylor Swift is then. Still don't want to know who she is now. And and Savvy was, 55 years old. So rules are rules, boys. It doesn't matter. Girls don't come into play, right? There's a rule, and if you don't abide by it, that's the way this works.
I guess he just had to shake that one off.
Ooh. I don't know. That's pretty peak. I mean, I take a prime Patty Kane over Travis Kelce any day of the week.
Football is not even, it's not a sport.
Pastime.
What I play, was a total running game like 10 minutes?
When the ball actually moving, I think it's less than that.
Right, it's 10 seconds. They order in the huddle, order some cheese pizza together. No, but serious. Me and my dyslexic, they sit there and spend 15 minutes in the huddle. Blue 42, 65 handoff, flip down. You already lost me when you started, so. It's impressive how they can remember the plays.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.